about 15 minutes early. Today we are making green beans with potatoes and onions. As I started frying my bacon already, we have about half a pound of bacon. What we're doing is we're making about 2 pounds of beans, okay? So what we're getting is the green snap beans. So you get 2 pounds of green snap beans. I'm going to go over the recipe. So what we got about is half a pound of bacon. I've already started frying some of the bacon, so that's half of the bacon right there. And we save the drippings from the bacon. So I'm putting that in a metal pan. Always use metal because, of course, that hot grease, you don't want to put it in a plastic pan because it's going to melt the plastic. And of course, we're cooking some of the bacon. So we're going to let that cook for a little while, and I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the channel updates and some of the things that I've got going on. Um, you take a either a yellow or white onion and you dice that up real fine. I had some leftover diced yellow onion from when I made my pot of broccoli soup. I made an extra batch of broccoli soup last week for lunch, and I had some leftover onion. And what I did is when I chopped it up, I froze some of it. So I took one onion and put it in the soup and took the other onion and froze it. So I just went ahead and defrosted that. So you have the onion. And these are some potatoes. You can use any kind. I like to mix mine. These are some goldens and some russets. And I like to keep the peeling on the russets just to add a little color. And you can either half or quarter them depending on the size. These are kind of small. If you can see, I kind of half them and put in a little white vinegar. I add a little barbecue sauce for just a little bit of zip to the beans. Some people use Worcestershire, some people use beef bouillon. Like to use barbecue sauce because it adds just a little bit of zip to it. Some ground black pepper and some salt. Now this recipe is going to be in my ebook, and if you checked out my live earlier today, I mentioned to you that I'm going to be releasing the ebook on or before December 1st. And my ebook is going to be a collection of recipes. I have a little gig where I do some cooking on the side, and I figure I would share some of these recipes. So far, I've got 6 entrees. I have 6 side dishes and 6 desserts. But the way I'm going to do it is, instead of just doing one whole book, is since I'm coming up with recipes all the time, it's going to be like a never-ending cookbook. And of course, here are my beans. I've already rinsed them, and then of course when you snap them in half so they're ready to go. So I'm just waiting for my bacon to cook right now so I can go ahead and drain the drippings off of that. So I'm going to wait for that to happen, and everything is going to go in this stock pot here. So waiting for that to happen. So we're going to go ahead and have a seat. Excuse the mess, everything's a little bit messy right now, but anyway, I always put everything on paper before I go ahead and put it in the ebook. But just wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to have you look at this bacon because I think you're going to like this. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys that I appreciate what's going on with the channel. I changed the channel to Trails, Lifestyles, and Travel because there are other things that are going on in my life besides trails. And plenty of times I can't do trails because of travel or other things going on in my life. Pardon the hand. But and I just thought I would share that with you. So the trails I'm gonna start picking those up. I do have a trail video that I'm working on right now that I'm going to publish next week. And also the museum videos, those are doing pretty well, it's pretty good as well. And I have a birthday coming up in November where I'm going to be doing a trail and travel video for November. So that's pretty good. I'm going to be heading up to Richmond where they have a botanical garden, and I want to check that out. And I'm going to take you guys along with me. So if any of you, I'm going to sit here and just wait for you guys to come in. Hopefully somebody's around. Let's see if I can rest this somewhere. And see who else is around while I prepare this. But basically the recipe goes like this. You get yourself about 2 pounds of those green beans. And that could be in any produce section at your local grocery store. Get yourself a half a pound of bacon. And if you prefer turkey bacon, that's fine. However, turkey bacon doesn't make that much grease. Pork bacon would be the best. If you do get any, drippings from the turkey bacon, that's fine. But you can substitute lard for the dripping. But you just save your drippings from the bacon. You drain your bacon, save the drippings because drippings are going to be used when you cook your beans. And of course, you used with your potatoes, you have about a pound of potatoes. And then with your barbecue sauce or your Worcestershire, you have about a tablespoon of that. And then you have 1 teaspoon each of ground black pepper and salt and your granulated sugar. And then you have about a 1/4 cup of white vinegar and 1 cup of water. And what we're going to do is we're going to put all that together. Now what's going to happen is after you get through with the bacon, you're going to have to crumble that bacon up. And we're going to put it all in the pot. We're going to simmer that down. Now you don't have to use a stock pot. You could use a crock pot and just let it sit overnight. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to go ahead and do this. So anyway, this is going to take a little while to cook because I'm trying to cook this slow so the bacon doesn't curl up too much. But I just wanted to let you know I got this started. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video in a couple of minutes because I want to share something with you that might help you guys out. I don't see anybody coming in here, so hopefully you'll view this a little bit later. But I wanted to let you know that in addition to the e-cookbook, I will be uploading opportunities where you can make a little extra spare change on the side. Now, a while back I did an expose video about a website called Time Social that was running a scam where they were paying people to do social media this astronomically high amount of money, and I tested it out and made a huge amount of money, so to speak, $28,000. Of course, I was never paid for it. And I did an 8-minute video about it. It's called the Time Social Scam. Now, if you haven't had a chance to watch the video, now I uploaded shorts in regards to the different stages that I went in regards to cash out, because what it was part of them trying to pay you the monies that you were supposed to upload a video promoting in order to encourage others on social media to sign up. That was part of you supposed to, where you're supposed to get this money, all this money. And you're supposed to attach your PayPal or your Payoneer or whatever account where they could still pay you. Then they would come up with these bogus contests where they would offer these fancy electronics like Apple Watches and PlayStations and all these high-end electronics where people will never get. And part of it was that you were supposed to promote your link on Facebook and Instagram and everything else. I'm sorry, something must have happened because it said something went wrong, so we're doing this again. Sorry I blanked out, but I'm back. Anyway, I don't know where I was at while I stopped, but anyway, the Time Social Scam. I uploaded various shorts on my channel. For those of you who checked it out, thank you for your support. But anyway, it looks like the company rebranded itself under another name. I think it's called Social Earn now. Part of you earning this so-called money that they pay you to promote is where you're supposed to go on Instagram and Facebook and all these other social media sites, and you're supposed to upload this promotion video, and it's supposed to be with word of mouth where you get paid for doing what you're already doing, which is talking on social media. And they're supposed to give you like $20 or $30 or whatever each time you share, and once you reach a certain amount, they're supposed to pay you. Well, they don't. And they'll say that your withdrawal is processed and it's supposed to take so long for it to happen, and then when that day comes, you never see your money. You reach out to support and you never get a response. And it's always pending, 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 and you never get anything. So I did a scam video, and the video is probably about 8 to 9 minutes long. Please check it out. If you go into my playlist, you'll see it. It's called the Time Social Scam. So what has happened since then, because there were so many complaints about it and so many people have approached them, what the company has done is they turned around and repackaged the site. It's the same template if you look very closely, and the same same scheme, but now they've rebranded themselves, and I think they're called Social Earn or something like that now, and it's the same thing. And this happened like way back in December, January of last year, and here it is October, and I still have people approaching me now, asking me questions about it that are still attempting this thing. Don't fall for it, people. Don't fall for it. Since then, though, I have been able to come across a couple of very legitimate sites that do pay you. And one of them is called Inbox Dollars. They are legitimate. So what I'm going to do today is, because it's going to take a while for this bacon to cook and everything, while I'm waiting for that to happen and while I'm waiting for the food to cook, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump back on live shortly, and I am going to show you the site that I'm on. I'm going to put a link for you to click on Inbox Dollars so you can start earning money. Now don't get me wrong, it's not hundreds of dollars a month. But it's a way where you can go ahead and you can get paid for clicking on emails. You can start testing games. Me personally, I test the games. It's a way for you to make a cool, maybe $40, $50 a month, maybe more, depending on how much time you have on your hands. But it's different ways, and it's legitimate, and I've gotten paid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my profile, and I'm going to show pending payments that I have received, and I'm also going to show payments that were made via PayPal to my account to prove that it's been done. And I'm going to put on my community page my link where you can sign up, and hopefully it'll help you guys out. So we're coming up on 12 minutes with this, and it's going to take this bacon a little while to cook because I don't like to cook my bacon too fast. I don't want it to curl up. So I'm going to come back in about half an hour, and we're going to start to put this thing together. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and work on getting that information for Inbox Dollars for you guys. So I'll see you shortly, okay?